Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all of you. My name is Rabbi Eli Meyerfeld, and I am the CEO here at the Zekelman Holocaust Center. Thank you all for choosing to spend a part of International Holocaust Day with us. Today, as we remember the anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp in 1945, we recommit ourselves to our collective responsibility to remember the 6 million Jews who were murdered during the Holocaust. And on this Remembrance Day, we are also standing together to mark a historic moment for our institution, the grand reopening of our newly renovated exhibit. After many years of planning and months of construction, our promise to our survivors is presented to the public. This new exhibit will elevate their voices. They're sitting here right in front of me, so I say your voices. It elevates your voices, centering your experiences and telling your stories to generations of visitors so that those stories will never be forgotten. With the presence of all of you here today to bear witness to history and take up that mantle of responsibility to do your part to stand against hate. With the current rise of anti-Semitism, I am so grateful that you are all here. Similarly, the Holocaust Center is here for you, and the thousands of visitors who come here annually for their education. We welcome all of you back. Please bring your families and your friends and help us do our most important work. Following today's ceremony, I invite you to explore the exhibit and participate in all of the scheduled events in our auditorium here. I'd now like to welcome Shana Johnson, the president of Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital, to say a few words. Henry Ford Health is sponsoring our grand opening events, and we are so grateful for their support.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Shana Johnson, and I am the president of the Henry Ford Hospital in West Bloomfield, and I'm the interim president of the Henry Ford Macomb Hospital. It is my deep honor to represent Henry Ford Health here today and at this grand opening of the Zekelman Holocaust Center. So as a leading healthcare provider, Henry Ford Health is committed to healing and promoting wellness. Serving communities across Michigan and beyond, we partner with patients along their entire health journey to educate and raise awareness of health issues that affect us all. We understand the importance of social determinants of health and how having healthy attitudes towards one another support well-being. We strive to treat the entire person, mind, body, and spirit. Henry Ford Health has long celebrated diversity. We strive to create a culture of belonging where everyone can bring their authentic selves through our doors. We are champions of social justice, health equity, and equality for all. In our view, everyone should feel valued, supported, and have a sense of belonging. Henry Ford Health is a leader in building community and supports community empowerment. We foster connections and build relationships to establish meaningful partnerships with our staff, our patients, visitors, and the community at large. We pride ourselves on our clinical programs, research, training, and education both inside of our institution and in the community. We will continue to serve as an industry leader, community partner, and innovator with a vision of health equity for all. On behalf of Henry Ford Health, it is our pleasure to sponsor today's event and ongoing sponsorship of the Zekelman Holocaust Center. It is important work to educate and help others to learn the lessons of the Holocaust. What a beautiful world it would be for everyone if we upheld the values that unite our common humanity. Thank you all, and please enjoy today's events.
Thank you, Shayna. I'd like now to invite Dr. Adrienne Nathan, who is the Director of Community Partnerships and Outreach for Wayne Westland Community Schools, to the podium. She's become a true partner for the center, an advocate for our work, both within her district but in the larger community as well. We're so glad to have you here with us.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Dr. Adrienne Nathan, and I am the Director of Community Partnerships and Outreach for Wayne Westland Community Schools. Today marks a momentous occasion as we gather to honor the grand opening of the new permanent exhibit at the Zekelman Holocaust Center. This institution stands not only as a testament to the tragic events of the past, but also a beacon of hope, remembrance, and education for our community. Over the past 3 years, the Wayne Westland Community Partnership with the Zekelman Holocaust Center has impacted learning for hundreds of students, hundreds of staff and thousands of our students by providing a foundation for learning, reflection, and engagement in meaningful conversations about tolerance, humanity, and diversity. Last year, the center opened its doors to our entire Wayne Westland community. Our call to action was to become a community of upstanders, as we took a pledge to stand up against hatred and injustice. There are consequences to hatred and discrimination. And as we walk through these exhibits, let us reflect on the resilience of the human spirit and the collective strength that emerges when communities come together. This collective strength is what we need to be vigilant upstanders against the forces of hatred and intolerance. As we commemorate the physical transformation of this remarkable space, let us recognize the power we have to transform communities. In a world that continues to grapple with prejudice and discrimination, let us bravely confront the painful truths of history and empower ourselves to build a future founded on compassion, empathy, and human dignity. Let us use this moment to recommit, reopen ourselves to the values of tolerance, peace, understanding, and compassion. May the lessons learned within this great institution continue to inspire us to guard ourselves against the forces of hatred and intolerance. Together, as a united community, we can build a future where the echoes of the past remind us to strive for a world free from the shadows of injustice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adrienne, for those warm and truly inspiring words. Now I'd like to introduce my partner, the president of our board of directors, Dr. Stephen Grant, who I believe has even brought his own artifact to our proceedings today. Steve?
Thank you, Ellie. I brought something along. I'll show it in a second. Ellie, you're a visionary who keeps an eye on history while driving us forward, taking the Zekelman Holocaust Center to new heights and great achievement each year. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you to Representative Alyssa Slotkin for being with us, as well as all dignitaries, public officials, and partners who are here. I especially want to acknowledge the Holocaust survivors who are here today. And I want to give a special welcome to Rachel Groh, 100 years old, and Edith Kozlowski, 101 years old. Flowers?
There are flowers.
Yes? Okay. When I walked into my first executive board meeting more than 40 years ago, the sounds of the Yiddish language filled the room. So many of the early board members were Holocaust survivors, and when you visited the museum, your tour guide was likely a survivor who told their story. Here's the artifact. I've kept the shovel from the groundbreaking of this building for more than 20 years, not because I am a hoarder, but because it has sentimental value for me. As time passes, I feel privileged to be one of the people who have been here since the beginning. And I am still here now because we must tell this story. We owe it to our survivors to carry on their legacy. Yeah. As it did then, the center stands for remembrance and education. And our dear friend Rabbi Charles Rosenzweig of blessed memory, the passionate founder of the Zekelman Holocaust Center, would be so proud that we've created the new permanent exhibit. Now we stand here today in this transformed space, and while the stories we tell are spoken in English, our promise to survivors remains. Your stories will be told, we will give voice to you and to your loved ones who perished, and we will never forget. Would the survivors present here today please come up for the ribbon cutting? Thank you all. Have a meaningful visit and a wonderful afternoon.
All of you are welcome to start your tours in the exhibit. And our first program will be at 12 o'clock in the auditorium, and then a conversation at 1:30, and then a talk about women in the Holocaust at 2:30. Thank you all for being here today.